Some of Donald Trump's tariffs have been blocked by a federal court.
Trump has won an appeal, so the tariffs stay in place for now, but his team admits they might have to find another way to push them through.
Because Donald Trump believes that he has the power to heavily tariff Mexico, China, Canada, Europe, and to enforce an import duty on all of America's trading partners.
We didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chances.
But now a federal court disagrees, saying he does not have unbounded authority, and the Constitution gives Congress powers to regulate America's trade with other countries. What that means, though, is that the authority that the president and his team have been using to impose most of these tariffs basically doesn't exist, according to the court.
Trump posted on Truth Social about it, saying the decision was wrong and so political, and that hopefully the Supreme Court will reverse it.
At the heart of this legal situation is Donald Trump's use of the president's emergency powers. There is a law from the 1970s called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, and it basically gives the president of the day power to authorize and regulate a variety of economic transactions in the event of a national emergency. That's key. As they've been talking about tariffs and justifying them, Donald Trump and his team have been very intentional in their use of language.
Chronic trade deficits are no longer merely an economic problem. They're a national emergency that threatens our security and our very way of life.
This is a national emergency associated with chronic and massive trade deficits that jeopardize our manufacturing base and defense industrial base. So no, this is not a negotiation, it's a national emergency.
And you can see it in the tariff executive orders too. This one from February declares a national emergency. And again, this one from April states Trump has declared a national emergency.
There are 7 court challenges to the tariffs happening, and this is the first one to reach a ruling. So the court has decided that no, the executive can't just declare a national emergency and upend how the world trades with the United States and affect businesses and consumers right across the country. The New York Times was in court and has reported that Donald Trump's lawyers tried to justify the use of the national emergency declaration and said it was part of a ploy to get trading partners to the negotiation table. But one of the judges said, well, that may be a very dandy plan, but it has to meet the statute.
But in a win for Trump, that ruling from the Court of International Trade has been temporarily paused by an appeals court, so the tariffs continue for now.
You can assume even if we lose, we will do it another way. And I can assure the American people that the Trump tariff agenda is alive.
For now, he's following the standard legal process, but tariffs are his thing, and we know he's very attached to this policy. So this will be another legal case that really tests the limit of Donald Trump's presidential power.